Hello, YouTube. Salivate Metal here, and we're doing a little experiment here. This is the first of hopefully many, or at least several, live events with special guests. And our first special guest is the lovely Lainey from Retire Before 50, and is joining us here. And for those of you who aren't aware, check out Retire Before 50's YouTube channel, and she discusses a lot of different topics relating to financial success and being able to retire before the age of 50. And I've actually joked around with her that I think she should rename her channel to Retire Before 50, before 49, because some of the advice that she gives and some of her experiences, she can have been proven very successful, and she's done some wonderful things with the real estate market, with saving money, getting out of debt, and also getting into precious metals. So without further ado, I'd like to welcome Lainey, our Retire Before 50, with us. Hello, Lainey.
Hi.
All right. And so what we're going to do is I'm going to kind of just ask Lainey some questions, but feel free to participate in the chat, and we will get to and we will be moderating that, or checking out that chat and answering any questions that you have and responding just as if it were my regular live feeds or Lainey's regular live feeds that she has every Tuesday. Mine are irregular, but hers are on spot every Tuesday, and they're quite a lot of fun. Last time we had a lot of fun talking about different topics, funny topics, and the like, between horny goat weed to butts and different names for rear ends and the like, and all sorts of things. So we had a lot of fun there. So yeah, very good. And so I don't know, as is usually the case, I don't know how many viewers are watching, and I almost would rather wait until we get some more viewers to really start the interview, so that more people can see. And of course, this will be recorded and posted, but so far I'm not seeing anybody come in on the chat yet, but I assume I'm live. It says I'm streaming now. Okay, cool, great.
Yeah, it is.
So hopefully, and this was posted as an event, so hopefully people know about it. In fact, it was posted a day and a half ago, I believe, as an event, so hopefully people know about it. And so let's see here. Where am I at? You know what? I've got okay. I think I clicked the wrong one for the comments. And so let's see. Okay, now, yes, I did. All right. You know what? I've got there we go. All right. Okay, here, Charlie Rock is here. All right, here we go. All right. We're talking the same subjects again, are we? Or not, he says. All right, very good. Okay. So I had the wrong event up for some reason. For some reason, YouTube is strange. Just like people are strange by the doors. All right, so here we go. We've got 8 watching. So I think we're good.
Okay.
We can begin. So thank you, Lainey, again for joining us. And I will start by just asking you to shortly describe your channel and what brought you into YouTube.
Well, I originally started the channel for my friends. I had a few friends that were asking, different questions about how I did some of the stuff that I do. And so instead of explaining it repeatedly to people, where some of it is so detailed and so in depth, I'd start to explain it and I could literally see their eyes glaze over. And so I thought, well, let's start a YouTube channel and do some videos, that way they can go back and watch, and start from the very beginning and just work our way through everything. And I figured that would be a lot easier, because now when a friend asks me, well, how did you do that? I'm gonna say, it's on YouTube. Just go look at YouTube.
Good idea. Yeah.
That was the original purpose of it.
Very cool. Very cool. And so it just kind of evolved from that. And And now here,
Yes.
and now here you have a nice following of people, and you've sort of evolved from there, and it's really exciting to see where you've come.
It's I've been shocked. I've been really surprised by how many people that are actually interested in a lot of this stuff, especially since we haven't even really got into the whole nitty gritty of the whole thing yet. So
Right, right. I mean, you've got 700, over 750 subscribers in what, less than 6 months?
yes,
That's
yes.
pretty amazing. That's a lot better than what I, when I came on board. I tell you what, it felt so overwhelming coming into YouTube. There was a lot of channels back then, but not quite as many as there are now. But I felt like definitely a small fish in a big pond. And but I think your channel is so versatile. You talk about so many different things. It just kind of and everything relates to the precious metals community in a way, because we're all about preserving our wealth, and that's what your channel is really about.
Yes. Yeah. And the reason that I started, I was a little worried about starting it with what I did with, coupons and Ebates and Target gift cards and things like that. But the reason that I took that route with it was because it doesn't matter if you make $50 an hour or if you make $10 an hour. If that money that you can save can be applied towards things like real estate, believe it or not, and silver and gold and things like that. I'm a lot of times I just say I wanted to show people, especially people that are so maxed out on their in their finances, if I can show you where to find the money first, and then after I show you where to find it, then I can show you what I've done with mine, because I always say I'm not a financial advisor, because I'm not. And but I can show you what I've done with mine in order to make life a heck of a lot easier for a lot of people.
Right, exactly. And to me, that's the amazing thing, because you talked about how you got out of so much debt, and how
Oh yeah.
and paying down your mortgage and the amortization schedule and everything, and just a fascinating topics, and just amazing how you're able to dedicate yourself. And really, that, like you said, that advice applies to any and everybody, no matter how much money you make or don't make.
Mm-hmm.
And so it's just really, really sound advice, and highly recommended again for those watching to check out Retire Before 50's channel. And so what got you into silver?
It's a family thing.
Oh, really? Okay. Okay.
Yeah. There's other people in my family that do it.
Nice.
And yeah. So I mean, I've been around it for almost, well, that I was aware of, because when you're a kid, you're not aware of stuff like that. But I've been around it for a long time, and when I went through my issues and things like that, obviously that wasn't an option.
Right.
And so I had to restart, and I guess you could say kickstart everything after I had those two incidences, as I call them.
Sure.
So yeah, that's when I really, really started getting into it, because it's safe.
Yes.
And that's what I look for.
Now, do you enjoy, I mean, I know in some of the coin videos that you've shown, you do enjoy the designs and the like.
Oh, yeah.
Pieces. So, and I think that's certainly a part of it. Silver is the most reflective metal. And it's certainly you can really put various finishes on it, whether it's in a coin or a bar form or round form. And I think that's quite interesting. Have you gotten into gold much, or?
I am, yes. I am. I do more fractional than the full ounce coins, and I know fractional has a little bit more of a premium on it, but it's also easier to get. So.
And here, I've been listening to you, and I've been remiss in checking the comments here. I've been like just mesmerized by watching you, and I'm not paying attention to the comments. Let's see here. Here's CCT, Mudswat's here, Charlie's here, our friends here, Joe Versilver's here. Very nice. A lot of people have come on board. Very nice. Silver Stack and Ronnie. Casey Rhodes is here. Seekers here. And so, yeah, very good. So, guys, we're going to start taking some questions here, probably. I've said here a lot, haven't I? Here, here. So think of some good questions you want to ask or comments that you want us to say on the air here. But well, that's awesome, Lanny. So you've always had an interest in coins and rounds and silver and some fractional gold and the like, and you have connected with quite a group of people here in the silver YouTube community that's been around for a while here, and I think that your message is resonating with us in the community for sure. And so I think that's wonderful. Where do you see your channel going in the coming months or year?
I'm just gonna keep doing, you know, I guess you could say sticking with the original plan, you know, starting with the coupons and, you know, finding the money first. And I've got one more real estate video that I've kind of been dragging my feet on because it's about tax sales.
Right.
And I'm trying to figure out, I've taped it like 3 different times now. And I'm trying to figure out exactly how to do that video because tax sales are so different in every state. But I'm trying to figure out how to do it to where it's beneficial to everybody. That way there's no misunderstandings with it. And then after the tax sale, I'm probably going to, I haven't done it yet. My intent is to talk to my insurance agent. Okay. And see if I can interview him about the Roth IRA. You know, he sells that stuff. You know, I mean, I understand it to a certain extent, but he sells it. So, you know, I'm going to try and do that. One of the things that I think is extremely important too is insurance. Right. Especially when you own things. You know, insurance is extremely important nowadays. And with that, I just happened to luck out. My mother was the first licensed female insurance agent in the state of Indiana for the company that she used to work for. Okay, wow. So wow. Yeah, so insurance is, you know, I'm not a licensed insurance agent. I'm not technically an expert in any of this stuff. But you know, with my mom, you know, I know a lot about, you know, car insurance and, you know, your homeowner's insurance, life insurance, you know, and things like that. And I hate to put it this way, but just like in the baking industry, there's a lot of iffiness in insurance also. And if you don't understand it, you know, that whole, you know, 15 minutes can save you, you know, blah, blah, blah. Well, yeah, it might save you money, but it's also going to give you inferior coverage. Right. So you get what you pay for. Exactly. So, you know, and I want to touch on that, you know, with a series of videos. And then, you know, of course, there's the stock market because I do have some money in the stock market, but I'm hands-on with my stuff. Right. And, you know, and a lot of people, they have their, you know, retirement accounts, but it's one of those deals where they just hand over their money and, you know, their retirement account, I don't even know what the technical term is for these people, but your broker or whatever you want to call it, he puts the money where he thinks it should go. Right. No. Exactly. So he doesn't have any skin in the game. Right. So, you know, it's a little bit different when you're hands-on and you actually control it yourself. Yeah. And I've been in that situation where I've had a broker or a financial advisor, you know, tell me where to put money. In fact, when I was talking about taking it out to get precious metals, you know, he did all he could to try to keep it in there, and you know, it was over for his interest, not mine. And of course, I'm still paying, bleeding out money to him, you know, when it could be helping me. So yeah, yeah, and there are so many. You know, I know I'm forgetting something, but there's so many different things, you know, that people, you know, I mentioned peer-to-peer lending in one video as an investment option. A lot of people don't even know what that is. And so it's, you know, just different little things, you know, and I'm real big too because of what happened. that I don't put all my eggs in one basket.
Right, exactly.
So I kind of
That's
spread it out. So
I like to eat scrambled eggs and put them on a plate, not in a basket at all, and I end up eating them. So, but
they're good.
they are good. And yeah, so you're right. There's so many different intricacies, and you're talking about the real estate aspect too. The quit claim deeds.
Yes.
I learned something about that because I was gonna look into something like that for a piece of property, and I decided against it part and parcel because of your video. It was a very, very small thing. It wasn't anything, anything huge by any stretch. But yeah, so quite fascinating. And there's a lot of different tiers and levels and things like that. And like you said, people may not be familiar with some of these terms like peer-to-peer lending or what some sort of ratios or especially with stocks. Stocks can be incredibly complicated. And so, yeah, so you're definitely providing a service there for sure. And good to be diversified. Very good.
Yes, it is.
Well, let's see these comments here. Some of them, let's see. I'm looking for a question. Some of them are probably we shouldn't read on the air. At least one I saw. Let's see. But I think we can start taking questions. I think a lot of them are just having conversations there among themselves because we're not really interacting with them. We're interacting with each other. But
Yeah.
so if you see any of the comments where there's a question, go ahead and read it and answer it. And if I do, I'll do the same thing. So hello, everybody that's in the comments. We appreciate all the viewers watching here. For those just joining, we've got Retire Before 50. The first guest of this is a series that I'm doing, and we will have other guests, and it could be you one day. Who knows? I might call up Silver Picker and have him up, or Collector for Life, or maybe even Stock Jockey. And in some instances, I'm kind of regretting I should have had him first because he's always first in the comments section. But
He
no,
is.
I'm glad to have Retire Before 50 first because that way we won't have Stock Jockey bragging about it. So, but nonetheless, so let's see here. Okay, here's a good question from Silver Picker. And this is probably to you, but I guess it could be either of us. What do you think about what's going on in Germany right now in Bilderberg? I don't know if you're familiar with the Bilderberg group or not.
Okay. No, I am not.
Well, the Bilderberger Group is a place where they make hamburgers, and it's a clandestine restaurant where they get together and make hamburgers and don't tell anybody about it. It's called Bilderberger. No, I'm kidding. I'm just joking about that. Actually, it's all part of the quote Illuminati type thing, conspiracy theory, stuff that Alex Jones and Mark Dice talk about a lot about leaders getting together to perform these rituals and. One of these, there's another one called, happens in the U.S., I think, in California, where the Bohemian Grove, where they get together and they have rituals. In fact, some say there's satanic stuff that goes on around, and it's like David Gergen's been there, and big names in politics and in Hollywood and the things, and it's kept secret, and that's kind of what that question was about. So I don't know if that's related to if it's happening in Germany or if they're wondering what's going on financially in Germany right now. But Germany, from what I understand, is the one country that's sort of trying to keep things together with the EU right now. And the EU is trying to get the UK to join the EU or to reinstate or whatever. And there's actually a documentary, which I've not seen, called Brexit or something like that, where they talk about that and how essentially the EU is trying to remove the borders and take away sovereignty. And, and once you get a larger organization in, such as the European Union, that manages a bunch of countries, your voice is less heard. The further government gets away from you, typically the harder it is to reform it or to change it. But anyways, yeah, that's sort of related to that. So let's see here. What other questions are there here?
Let's see.
Stock Jockey says, "Thank you, Sal. She is better looking than I am." Yeah, she's better looking than I am too.
He's sweet.
Yeah, he's a good
Thank you,
guy.
Dr.
Stock Jockey says, "Henry Kissinger is planning my future." All right. And let's see. Very interesting stuff here. Okay. I think a lot of this is conversation amongst themselves, but anybody that has any questions for RB50 or me, let us know. In fact, one way that we may be able to tell, especially if you have something related that you want us to talk about on the air, is to put 2 asterisks before what you say. But I will read this one comment from Seeker. "Salivate, you are cute." Well, thank you, Seeker. I appreciate that, my friend. It's all in the silver, you know what I'm saying? It's silver linings. I'm like a black cloud with a silver lining. Let's see. Okay. Mudswat has a question. Okay. Stock Jockey, asterisk, 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 WTF. Does that stand for World Trade Federation? Okay, when did you start stacking? Okay, well, RB50, I'll let you answer that.
This, I guess you could say this last time, it's been a couple of years. It was after I started to recover financially after this, I guess you could say the second time I ran into some serious financial trouble.
Okay.
So.
Okay, great, awesome. All right, Collector for Life has a question. And by the way, for those just joining, I know Silver Hustlin 13 just came in. Hey, Silver Hustlin, we're coin nerds for sure. If you want to ask a question, just type in 2 asterisks or 3 asterisks, and then ask the question so we know it's a question for us. Let's see here. The question is RB50. What inspired you to do the giveaway? Yeah, let's talk about the giveaway because it's an exciting one that you're doing.
Okay. Well, I'm trying to think exactly how to word this. One of the things that, I mean, and I've always been like this. Anytime, I had a friend who needed help with something, I always did it. Anytime that, somebody needs something, along that line, I always did it, and I've always liked to surprise, my friends with little things. And I'll never forget my one girlfriend, it was her birthday and I made her lunch. And there's absolutely, I say this a lot, there's absolutely no reason for anybody out there to know this, but I can cook. I can do some serious food. And so I made, her lunch, just little surprises and things like that. I like to show people that I actually care. And so, I really like Charlie's channel. I think Charlie is an awesome individual. He cracks me up. And, Frank, I love the foreign coins that he does. And so I wanted to do something nice, just for the heck of it for everybody. Plus I wanted to celebrate, because 750 subscribers, the channel was had just turned 6 months old.
Right.
And, and I hadn't done, June's giveaway yet. Anyway, so I thought, hell, let's combine it all, and let's do something nice, for Frank and for Charlie. And so that's where the giveaway came from. I hope that made sense.
That's awesome. I think that's great and that's wonderful. And it's amazing that you've got so many subscribers so soon. And yes, Frank P and Charlie Rock, great people, and it's awesome. And so hopefully people will subscribe to their channels, because the more people that subscribe to their channels, and hopefully you as well, the prizes get better.
That's right.
And by the way,
that's exactly right.
people are asking in the comments, and I'm going to try to find a way to get this real quick. They're asking, your name shows up as RB Laney RB50, not retired before 50. So I'm just gonna post a link to your channel.
Okay.
In the comments here. 24K was asking about that. Hello, 24K. By the way, I haven't seen you in a while. Hope you're doing well, my friend. Let's see here. So here is the link to Retire Before 50's channel. There you go. And yeah. So anyways, and for those, again, those just joining us, this is the first of a series of continuing episodes where I have special guests, and it could be you. I want to help promote your channels, and so no matter who you are, unless you're Alan Gold, I will interview you. Heck, I might even interview Alan Gold, but probably not. But anyways, yeah. So anyways, let's see. So getting back to it, let me find some of these asterisk questions here. Let's see here. Mr. Vegeta's here. Hello, Mr. Vegeta. Let's see. Looking. Oh, Seeker asks, barbers or mercs? So what do you prefer between barber dimes or mercury dimes, Laney?
I like the barbers.
Cool. Yeah, they're older.
Yeah, I like the barbers.
They're pretty neat. Mike G Poo One or Poe One asks, poured or junk? In other words, do you like poured silver bars, or do you like constitutional silver? I don't like the term junk silver, so I call it either constitutional or spending silver.
Ooh, here lately I've been buying both.
Cool.
I've bought a couple pieces of poured silver. I bought that mask that Mr. Zeke toned on camera.
Right.
I bought that, and then I bought some of Gamma's silver.
Like this.
I got a hamburger and the two
right.
wizards from her. So that's the chunky butt, if I'm not mistaken.
That's the chunky butt. Oh yeah, chunky butt is in the house. This is the closest thing I'm going to be having to a bubble booty. All right, let's see here. All right, and following up on that question from Mr. Vegeta, I can scroll back up to it here. Hold on a minute. What he wants to know, man, it went so fast. What kind of coins do you collect? Do you have a specialization? Are you collecting a certain series, or are you?
Not really. Before YouTube, I didn't collect coins. I collected bullion, period, and that was it. I didn't collect bars. You know, it was just strictly bullion rounds, and the majority of them are Walking Liberty rounds. And I didn't actually pay any attention to coins at all until YouTube.
Okay.
And now, I'm a little, I buy coins, but I'm a little leery sometimes because I've only been collecting coins for like 4 months. And so I don't know enough about them. I know just enough about them to screw myself on them. So I guess is what you could say. And I hope that wasn't out of line.
Thankfully, there's enough knowledge here in the community. If you ever get interested in something, more likely somebody knows something about it. Following up again, because now some of the questions are coming in, so can I kind of go through these a little quicker now. Frederick Brandt asks, are you going into metal for retirement or to give to your children?
Both.
Okay, great. All right.
Yeah, both.
Great. Let me scroll down here. Let's see here. How hard the Grenadier asked how hard or time consuming is making videos on coin finds. I guess I would have to show my military item to XD. I guess he wants to know basically. Now you do videos and other things other than coins, but I guess basically the question is how time consuming and how hard is it to make a video?
It's easier to do coin videos than it is to do the other videos because I can do coin videos at 4:30 in the morning with my hair in a ponytail in my pajamas with no makeup on.
Right. Me too.
So
the hardest thing is to get the glare off of these things here. That's the problem. I've got a big light coming down. I've got to try to find a way to... I'm blinded by the light. There we go. That'll do it. I'm using these cat treats to protect the light from it. All right, okay, now more questions. Let's see here. Stock Jockey, will you be buying any of the new Superman coins? So there's a new Provident Metals and other places. Silvertown had announced today the release of the new Superman bullion coins. In other words, it's not a maple leaf anymore. It's like the maple leaf, but there's the Superman symbol on the back. Have you seen those yet?
Mm-mm. No, I haven't seen that one yet.
Kind of interesting, but they'll probably milk spot.
Probably, yeah.
It's like more of the Royal Canadian Mint bullion stuff. Milk spots a lot. Let's see here. All right. 24K says Superman with the Queen on the back. Yeah, that's right. Quite interesting.
I'm going to have to look that one up.
Yeah. Let's see here. All right. Well, now I've run out of questions. All right. Am I going to have to eat one of these to get you guys to ask a question? I got this from Dre. All right. Let's see. These are kitty treats, and I could eat one of these for you live on camera, but then you wouldn't be able to see that I've eaten them. Okay, Collector for Life has saved the day. What else do you collect other than coins and silver? And what else are you into?
Vintage books and artwork.
Oh, yes, I remember that video. That's awesome. Very cool. All right. Let's see. There's some ribbing going on in the chats.
Mm-hmm.
Let's see here. Because Alan Gold came in, and of course, got to stir the pot a little bit. See, he's the Alan Gold. You'll be proud of me. I talked about you. I insulted you behind your back. So I hope you're proud of me for doing that. And so yeah. Anyways, let's see here. Okay. Let's see. No one else is asking a question. Remember, if you want to ask a question, just type 2 asterisks, and then either if it's for me or for Retire Before 50, Lanny. By the way, check her channel out. Very cool channel and a lot of informative information. Most information is informative, but the way she presents it is awesome too. So that's very cool. All right, I'm just kind of vamping here. Let's see, what else could we talk about? So you collect the one book you showed in that one video had some interesting recipes in it, if I'm not mistaken.
Yes, yeah, it had recipes for possum, raccoon.
That's right.
All that good stuff. Yeah, it was an older. Okay, sorry, I'm looking at the comments. Or the chat.
Right.
Let's see. Yeah, the old cookbooks. Yeah, that was a actually my entry for Charlie Rock's. I think it was his 100 subscriber giveaway.
Okay.
So.
Yeah, that's cool. All right, no more questions are coming in. Silverman used the pound sign, but I think he meant to use the asterisk sign. If you had to sleep with a coin, which one would it be?
The Colt 40, the Colt rounds that I have.
Oh, there you go. Yeah, those are cool. Those are very cool rounds. All right. Would you? What, in your opinion, from Silver Stack Mac, is the best new coin on market with possibility of increasing?
Ooh, You know, from what I've seen right now, I think a lot of it's been hyped too much. I mean, but you got to remember, I don't do coins. I've only been doing coins for 4 months.
Right.
So only been a coin collector for 4 months, and so I'm still stuck on that. I guess you could say stacker or the bullion stacker mentality.
Right. Right.
I cringe at a $2.50 over spot premium on a American Silver Eagle. So.
Yeah, no, I understand. And I think now it's anybody's guess with most of the new releases. There's so much stuff out there. And every month, the Royal Canadian Mint and the Perth Mint are putting out multiple releases. You don't see the U.S. Mint do that, and there's a reason for that. But believe me, if they weren't bound by law, they would be doing it too. But anyways, so yeah, it's definitely a good question, and you have to have a crystal ball to know. Let me see here. All right. Do you like pie? Mud Swat asks. Do you like pie?
Okay, I'm going to be kind of a smart aleck here. Yes, Mud Swat, I'm not a communist. I do like pie.
All right, very good. Our collector from Mike asked, would you ever do a meetup?
Probably not. I mean, yeah, probably not.
Yeah.
I mean, when she says meetup, is she talking about like meeting someone face to face? Is that what she's? I mean, I know.
I assume that's what she meant, but I don't know. Let's see here. Wish I could expand this. Some of these questions. Let's see here. I'm getting behind here. Let's see. RB50, what are your thoughts on silver peace dollars? I know you're not into that really so much, but you've seen the peace dollars. Do you like that design?
I think they're neat. Yeah. Yeah, I like all of the older, like the junk silver, constitutional silver coins. I think they're neat. I don't know why, but for some reason I'm really, really partial to barber quarters and barber dimes.
Right. Yeah, those are beautiful.
So.
Very nice. Let's see here. Let's see. Okay. Mike G Po one ask, are those 1 or 2 ounce? These bars you see before you are just 1 ounce bars, poured bars from members of the community here. Silver GT didn't put this in the asterisk, but I gotta ask it anyway. Is that Salivate's wife? No, I wouldn't be that lucky. So Silver Picker asked, what do you think about the 2014 1/10 ounce gold Australian Warner Pacific coin? I think there was a special on those from Penn Metals for very close to spot. So you may not be aware of those.
That's the coin that, and this is going to sound crazy, but that's the coin that they were running on their daily special for a while, wasn't it?
Yeah, right. Yeah.
Yeah, I thought it was a beautiful coin.
Yeah, it's nice.
I mean, I'm extremely patriotic. My ex-husband retired from the Army, and then I have a great uncle who was killed in action. He was in a bomber plane over Germany during World War II. So my grandfather, I come from a long line of military people, and so anything that's patriotic, I have a tendency to hold that a little close to my heart. So,
well, thank them.
Yeah, I thought that was a great point.
Yeah, thank them for their service. That's something else. Wow, man, especially your uncle killed in action. Something. Mr. Vegeta asked a good question. He may not be as familiar. I'd encourage him to check out your channel because that will answer as to how do you retire with investing in bullion.
Yes. Yep. You spread it around. That's not the only thing that you retire or that you invest in. Yep.
That's right. Let's see here. Okay. This scroll bar keeps going crazy. Let's see. Sal, a friend asks, Sal, now that you have had your solar system for a time, what do you think of the solar tech. I mean, I assume he means the solar panels and the technology of solar. And I think it's wonderful. It's outperformed even my expectations. And I'm making money on it now through another aspect of it. I'm still paying for it through my mortgage. I refinanced one area where I sort of knew a little bit before watching RB50 channel, a little bit about how you can refinance and get a lower interest rate and like an equity line of credit with the solar panels. And it basically I pay no more per month for my electricity, and it actually supplements because I get a little bit of money back through selling it, like a think of it like a carbon credit sort of type deal. There's a sort of a hub that sells these solar rebates, or they're I forget what they're SREX or what they call, but they're sold like stocks, and you get a little money. It's not a whole lot, but so it's done well. Let's see. Okay, other questions here. Oh, here's a good question by Robert Ward. Have you incorporated large amounts of organic matter into your garden yet? Aim for around 50% if not.
Yes, the stuff out of the compost pile, which is last year's chicken stuff, and yard clippings and stuff like that. Yep, I did get it mixed in around the plants and stuff. So they're looking pretty good. I'm gonna do an update soon on it.
Cool. Nice. Very cool. Let's see. Silver Mud Swat asked, anybody buy silverware? Any sterling? Do you buy any of the sterling silverware or other types of silver other than coins or rounds?
Only to sell on eBay.
Cool. All right. Like Silver Hair Stacker. He's
yes. He's fantastic. He does amazing with that stuff.
Right. Let's see here. Silverman asked, if you were a Brit, would you be in or out?
I don't understand what that means.
Neither do either. Let's see here. Oh, where are we? Okay, moving down. Silver Picker asked me, are you storing the solar energy? No, I'm what they call grid tied. In other words, it's tied to the electrical grid, and in theory, I could sell the surplus energy back to the electric company, but that would I would be selling at a wholesale rate, and it wouldn't be to my advantage because I need to store that, need to have that energy as surplus to be used again in the winter months when the solar panels don't perform as well. I remember last winter we had a couple days of snow, and so for like 3 days they were completely covered. So I just gave away my location. I said snow, so now people know that I don't live in the Gobi Desert in Mongolia. I had everybody convinced that I lived in Mongolia. Now they know. Daggone it. Let's see here. Okay, moving on down. Frederick Brandt asked, what is your European heritage, and do you collect coins from that country?
What is what? I didn't.
I hear it now. Do you have a European heritage?
I do, actually.
Cool. All right.
And my dad's family is from Belgium.
Nice.
And so yes, I do collect those coins.
Cool. Country, very cool. Yeah, there's some nice coins from Europe for sure. Very nice. Let's see here. And Vulcan's here. We've got 11. Robert 11 is here, and Mud Swat is still here. And very good. All right. People are conversing on the side. Very nice. And I apologize I'm definitely not very professional in my approach to this first interview. I'm trying to pay attention to two things at once, but I hope that this has been helpful and been enjoyable. Let's see here. What else can we do to have a little fun here? And if you need to go, Laney, let me know.
Nope, I am perfectly fine.
So we'll probably end this around 7. Couple, maybe 10, 15 more minutes, just to kind of because one of the thing about these videos I want to make sure is that not only for the live portion, but if people want to come back, I'm going to keep this on my YouTube channel so they can learn about you and see you. For those of my subscribers who may not be familiar with you, who may not have time to watch, who may not be here right now. So they'll be able to see this as it's recorded and then go to your channel from there. I'll post a link in the description when this video is done to Retire Before 50's channel. Let's see here. Jose Cuervo asks, SM, let's see the latest silver buffaloes from Provident. And I assume he means the one that I rant and raved about. If I can find it here. This one. This is the one that Mr. Zeke has been melting down, I believe. He got these cheap, and I'm like, no, don't melt these. Don't melt these. Because they're just so cool. The radial lines and the like on these pieces, very nice. So there it is. Wonderfully struck, beautiful piece here. Very, very nice. Let's see. 11 Robert 11 asks, Lanny said she cooked. Any cooking will be happening on her channel?
Probably not on RB50, but my original YouTube channel has some what I call cheap eats on it. I kind of abandoned that channel though when RB50 started. Oh, I don't want to. Started having a lot more activity on it because I couldn't keep up with both of them. So right. The other channel only has 49 subscribers. So it was really easy to keep up on. But the cooking videos take quite a longer amount of time to make. And so I kind of just abandoned that. But.
All right. Okay, Sal, a friend asked, will the coin election last all summer? Probably will. I was kind of hoping that more people would get involved and vote in the coin election, because those videos actually take quite a lot of work to put together, but not just because of that, but because I thought, well, it's a non-controversial thing. What's your favorite coin design of the given week or the given election? And I thought it might be exciting to some to be able to partake in that. So thanks to all of those that have partake. And so, yes, there'll be another video coming probably pretty soon.
Those are fun.
Oh, thank you, Laney.
They are. I get a kick out of those.
Cool. Red Beam 58 asks, is there anything that you two won't collect in coins? That's a good question. I probably won't get that new Maze coin. And there's others. There's a lot of stuff that I won't collect. Just how about you, Laney? Anything you're particular?
If it has a high premium on it, I probably won't collect it.
Right.
I mean, I didn't do any of the Mercury dimes because I thought the premium was too high on it.
Right.
So.
Let's see here. I'm going to ignore that question from Frederick Brandt as it's controversial. Let's see here. Let's see. DB's Coin Hunting is here. Hello. Again, those just joining us, if you want to ask questions of me or Lanny from Retire Before 50, then post 2 asterisks before the question and we'll know to read it. And unless it's something crazy and outlandish, like what color underwear is my cat wearing, I'm not going to answer that one. Silverman asks, are you Bernie, Trump, or Clinton? Well, I guess it's now down to Trump or Clinton. Is that too controversial? Retire before 50, or do you want to tackle that one?
I don't think
mind.
so. I don't think. I think it's fine. I mean, my smart aleck answer would be actually I'm Laney, but I don't like any of them. I mean, in all honesty,
Right.
I just don't like any of them. And I mean, obviously, voting for the lesser of two evils, in my opinion, is still voting for evil. So I'm still on the fence. I don't like Hillary Clinton because of her history.
Right.
And I don't like Donald Trump because I think he's arrogant, and emotions and the way that you approach things has a lot to do with the way people react.
Right.
And the verbiage that you choose when you talk to someone has a lot to do with the way that somebody reacts. And I think that's dangerous because I don't think he's aware of that.
Right.
So
yes, I told that's a great answer, and I would agree. Although this is why I supported Ted Cruz in the primary so strongly, because he was principled. He was, and I'm very much a very ideological guy. I'm very conservative, and I think but as for me, I will probably, even though what you said about voting for the lesser of two evils is still evil. The one thing why I will vote for Trump over Hillary is because though he has said and done a lot of things which I disagree with, and he's disrespectful, and he said a lot of hateful things and done, there may be a handful of things that he may do right, and I think and so I probably will end up, because see, I think in past elections I've not agreed with the candidate that's been closest to my views, and in all honesty, it seems like no matter what happens, it seems like our country is going further and further in debt, and honestly, I think that all of Congress and the president and everybody should be watching your videos, because you talk about fiscal responsibility, and they can learn a lesson from you. And to me, that's what limited government and fiscal responsibility and conservatism is about. But anyways, let's see.
I think that if Hillary gets in, I think we're going to see an increase in social programs.
Right.
Which I think, I mean, I'm all for helping my fellow man.
Right.
I really am. And, but I'm also real big on that old saying, you know what I mean? Teach a man what is it? Give a man a fish, you feed him for a day. Teach a man to fish, you feed him for the rest of his life.
Exactly.
That's what social programs should be. It shouldn't be the handouts that we have now. But on the flip side of that, with Trump, I know that he's talking about bringing jobs back to the United States, which I'm all for that too. But the problem that we're going to run into with that, and this is just my opinion, this is what I foresee. The problem that we're going to run into with that is, in the meantime, until the economy gets that flip done, because the majority of jobs, they went to Mexico and China. And I'll say this and then I'll stop. But I mean, that's the reason why we're stuck in the job creation is in fast food and, the lower paying service industry jobs. That's the jobs that our kids are going to have.
Right.
And, and it's because it's historically, NAFTA comes to mind. The North American Free Trade Agreement. Clinton signed, Bill Clinton signed that back in the 90s at some point. And I was in my early 20s then, and I knew that was a bad idea. Right. And that's what we're seeing now is the result of that. Bringing those jobs back, those manufacturing jobs, the pay was so high on those that in order to be able, it's going to be interesting to see how what the price point of the product is when they have to, pay somebody, $25 an hour to do the same job that was being done in China for $2 an hour. Right. I'm worried about what it's going to do to the economy. I think it's a good idea in theory, but I think that Trump had better be extremely careful with the execution on that, or he's going to bury us.
That's right. And I think, a 35-40% tariff, that's very, very detrimental to the economy, because that's going to be passed on to the consumer for the most
Yeah.
part. So yeah, I totally agree with you. It's there's certainly, and I think that, and of course, the immigration problem is
Hmm.
certainly another issue as well. But because a lot of those people are being paid below minimum wage or under the table and the like, and a lot of that money is going back into the Latin American countries. And I have personal experience with
Yes.
some Guatemalans that have come over. Now they came over legally; they had green cards, but they told me, we're earning money and sending it back to our family. So it's going, which I understand. I don't fault them for that because they're taking care of their families. And But it's leaving our economy essentially. A lot of that money is, and so it's definitely a multifaceted issue. And but again, I agree with you. I wish there was some better choices or better candidates. But the fascinating thing is the uh, with politics, and we live in such an instantaneous media um, society these days with Facebook and Twitter and everything. And both candidates,
Yes.
they're populist. Hey, Hillary Clinton, she was former first lady. She was this. I'm going to vote for her, a woman, a first woman president. And so it just that buzz. And then Trump, oh Trump, it's and he's all over Twitter and he's saying things and he's commanding the media, and people are not thinking about the issues and about what the country is supposed to be about. Um, and Ted Cruz had a good line, that we should find out what made America great in the first place and follow that model. And that model was the Constitution. And really, so anyways, but I guess enough on that. Some other questions are coming in.
Hey Sal, can I answer? Do you care if I answer that one? I've got a feeling that you're probably going to skip it.
Oh yeah, go for it. Yeah, anything you see, yeah, go ahead.
Okay. Yeah. I don't know if why he would ask this, but Frederick Brandt asked, "What do you think about gay marriage?"
Okay, yeah,
Um, I hate all marriage.
right,
So I don't care if you're straight or you're gay, either one. I think that marriage is set up to benefit government. I really do. You get
right,
a tax penalty for it, on your
right.
tax return every year. It just, I think the way that it's set up, it's, eh.
Well, yeah, I mean, I think the government should get out of it. It's something that
Yeah,
was meant to be a religious sacrament or a commitment between two people outside of the government. So there's really no reason why the government should be involved in it, in the first place. So I'm with you on there. I think that's what you're saying. But let's see, what are the questions? DB's Coin Hunting asked, "Do you have any other hobbies, RB50 or Sal?"
you go first.
Okay. Well, I enjoy coin collect. Oh, never mind of that. I enjoy coin collect. I enjoy music. I like heavy metal music. Um, I also let's see. I like to watch movies. I like to sip wine under the moonlight by myself with my cats. No, I'm kidding about that last part. Uh, let's see here. I like to fly my drone. Um, I enjoy exercise, moderate exercise, and let's see. Mm, that's about it. I'm a pretty simple guy. Lana, you sort of touched on this earlier on some of your
Um,
other hobbies and things.
oh yeah, the artwork collection, books. Um, I'm trying to think. Most of my hobbies and all, well, I build websites. Most of my hobbies, if I could, and this is going to sound so stupid, but well, in a way, but the majority of my hobbies, I turned them into money makers.
Right, which is awesome.
So yeah, I build websites. Um, I, and the flea market thing and eBay were originally hobbies. I'm trying to think of what else. Oh, writing. Uh, I write web content now for clients also, and writing was originally a hobby.
Right.
So I don't know. Are those still hobbies if you make money at them?
Hey, if you enjoy it, I think it is a hobby. Whether or not you make money from it or not. I mean, YouTube is a hobby of mine, and I collect a little AdSense. I make $500,000 a month doing YouTube. So actually, I'm kidding about that. Robert Ward asked, "Do large silver bars feature strongly in both of your stacks? If not, why not? Good value." He thinks it's a good value.
Since it's possible, I haven't decided yet what I'm going to do with my stack over time. And since it's possible that I like options, and so for me, I don't collect the larger silver bars. And the reason is because I think the smaller pieces are going to be easier to unload, if I decide to, in 10 years. So.
Yeah, I mean, I have some large bars. I think diversification is the key. I don't think one should put, like Lenny alluded to earlier, put all your eggs in one basket. You should put all your scrambled eggs on one plate. But the large silver bars, the problem with them is they have a more likelihood of being counterfeited. In other words, people can drill them out and pour lead in them or something, and so because they're so massive, and so people are a little leery of them. But I think, if you get reputable ones, it's fine. And I have a few 100-ounce bars, 2 of them actually. That's it.
Wow.
But the 10-ouncer, kilo, and what do you define as a large bar? Is a kilo a large bar? Is a 10-ounce or a large bar? I don't know. I've got somewhere around here, if I can find it, I had a 5-ounce bar. Some people consider that a large bar. Here it is. When I said that, I saw Laney laugh in the other window here, and I couldn't hear it. Oh, it's the delay.
Mm-hmm.
Now let's see here. All right. So anyways, all right, let me see if I've missed any other questions. All right, more bantering by Frederick Brandt, which we won't address. He likes to stir the pot up too. He's the British version or European version of Alan Gold. He's the let's see here. Somebody didn't like us talking about politics.
Yeah, usually politics and religion are two subjects that, and normally I try to stay away from them, but.
Hey, let's talk about politics and religion until we get rid of all of our viewers. We're going to have a 7-hour politics and religion marathon until you all go away. All right. Okay, then we'll just talk about the different, we're going to brainstorm now here. It's the Celibate Metal Retire Before 50. We're going to find out how many different names you can come up with for rear end. Live right here. Because you all missed it in the epic Retire Before 50 Tuesday night chat. We had Gluteus Maximus, we had a derriere, which I don't know the correct spelling of it, so I used the farmer spelling of it. ASS. And let's see. All right. Okay, here's some more questions coming in. Atomic Times asks, will you collect gold or stick with silver? And so, Lena, you talked about that earlier. You like to get fractional gold and diversify your stack with that. And I've been getting a little bit more gold lately too. Not a lot, but I'm diversifying a little bit too. Mud Swat asked a good question. Anybody see the New York Skyline 10-ounce bar? Yes, I've seen that one. That's very common. I've seen that one quite a lot, actually, the New York Skyline. I think who makes that? But that bar is a very common generic bar. But it's beautiful. It's very nice. It's got the Twin Towers on it. It's an older bar, too.
Hmm. Ah,
BB's coin hunting. Do you stick with a budget? I do. I try to. I think Retirable for 50 would answer probably the same way, wouldn't you?
I try to, but my income varies so much every month. It depends on how much how much I work. Um, that I have a certain amount, obviously that I have to pay my light bill, have to pay my gas bill, and I do still have a mortgage for a little while longer. And so, but the stuff that's above and beyond that, um, it's more percentages, I guess you could say, than an actual set amount. A
Right.
certain percentage goes into savings, certain percentage goes, towards real estate, certain percentage goes, towards silver, certain percentage goes towards stock market, just different percentages.
Right.
So
Very good. Hey, oh, by the way, looks like Stock Jockey came up. Wall Street Mint. Thank you. That's the who did that bar. Thank you. And in honor of Stock Jockey, I'm going to impersonate him right now. Let's see here if I can get this to work. All right. There's the product placement. Enjoy your rounds. Enjoy your bars. And yeah, keep collecting. And yeah, there's my impersonation of the one and only Stock Jockey. Let's see here. Okay. Let's see. Silver Stack Mac. How about the Queen's Beast? You guys into them? Do you have accounts with the mint or secondary market? Heard it's hard to get. Yes, the Queen's Beast is tough to get in silver. Gold is surprisingly available. I don't have an account with the Royal Mint, but I know Losing Louis does. And I think he buys from there pretty regularly. Yeah. How about you? Are you into the Queen's Beast there,
I
Lauren?
think it's I think it's a pretty coin. Um, my neighbor's out mowing the grass. I don't know why they all of a sudden decided to do it now. But I'm gonna turn the volume up here so I can hear. I think it's a pretty coin, but it's another one that I'm a little leery of because of the premium. I mean, I looked at it on eBay, and I'm watching a couple of different listings on it. I mean, if the price is right, yeah, I'll get one,
Yeah,
but I'm not gonna go out of my way to get one.
right. Understandable. I'm the same way. I agree. I do like the fact that 2 ounce silver is a PA4. It's double the thickness of a regular coin. Robert Ward
Yeah.
asks if I play dress up with my cats. Yes, I do put on a Desmond Tutu, skirt and a leotard, and me and the cats, we go crazy. We go silly around the house. It's fun times. Let's see here. So, and Donald has a great statement that I like to say. He quit drinking and going to bars, and now he can afford to buy silver bars. That's very good.
That's good.
Mud Swat says Royal Mint has some great stuff. Yes, they do. They make some very high quality pieces, but just like the Royal Canadian Mint, their bullion products tend to spot like there's a tomorrow, but the tomorrow is doomy and gloomy. Here's one that's spot that I bought. I haven't posted this video yet, but I probably will in the future. I got this spotted, this Britannia. But the collector coins are very, very nicely done, for sure. All right. Let's see here. Oh, new Miss MM is here. The Heraldic Arts medals. Yes, he told me about these medals. And actually, I think I've got some of those. I think I've got the Illinois statehood medal. And these are a series of medals that were done by a guy. He told me his name, which is familiar. Robert McNamara, and not the former Secretary of Defense Robert S. McNamara, but some other Robert McNamara made these rounds, and he had to redo them with more silver because they were because he was getting some attention from the feds, just like the guy that makes the Liberty Dollars. Whatever, forget his name again, but anyways, so he redid them, and they're very nicely done, very well struck metals, and so yeah. All right. Let's see here. EricksonMint.com. If by some chance the owner of a small silver company were listening in, what hand poured products would you like to see? Well, shoot, honestly, that's a good question. You know, there's so many people doing, just regular people doing hand poured products like Vulcan Silver and also Bunker Bullion and Mr. Zeke, Silver Haired Gamma. So you're gonna have to come up with something very original and very different. Um, and I would actually recommend striking something, just making how about a sphere? How about a sphere? You don't see many people do spheres or balls, except for silver balls. He had that custom made by 11 Robert 11 and had his wife crochet a very interesting sack, we'll say.
I think I watched that video like 3 or 4 times yesterday after that live feed ended because I just couldn't get over it.
Colonel pours silver too, a stock jockey says, and so does Silver Dragon. And there's people I'm forgetting, but a lot of people are pouring silver now and selling it. More than I'm mentioning here. Let's see here. Okay, let me see. I'm missing some things. Somebody wants me to read my above comment. Mud swat. Spotting is because they don't rinse the flax from the bead rinse after melting and pouring. I know it's not a question, but I wonder. Okay, yeah, thank you. I've wondered about, I heard it was the detergent they used. Either they used too much or too little. So during the annealing process, I think is what I heard. So this is the first I'm hearing that it's not rinsing the flax from the, I think you mean flux maybe, I'm not sure, from the bead rinse from melting and pouring. But thank you, yes, whatever it is. The U.S. Mint has found a way to not spot their coins. Surely the Royal Mint can do the same if they really wanted to, and so could the Royal Canadian Mint. Let's see. All right. Okay. All right. Well, let's see. I think we're pretty much we may have exhausted, unless there's something else, Lana, you want to say, or I think, and I've talked to Retire Before 50 before this as well. We're gonna have her back again if she's not totally soured by this experience.
No, not at all. I thought it was fun. I really did.
And next time we'll certainly review your channel again, but we'll just have fun like we are now, and maybe I'll dress up in my tutu and leotard and play with the kitties live on camera like somebody suggested upwards. But we'll have fun, and but this has been great. And again, I apologize for my inexperience and my unprofessional ums and ahs and things as I'm trying to read and interact here. But thank you, Laney, for joining us, and very much appreciate it. And again, the to others, beware. If you're interested, or just beware. I'm going to do this with other channels too, to help promote your channel. So yeah, stay tuned in the upcoming episodes, and on Tuesday nights or Tuesday afternoons, around 5 Eastern. Join in on Retire Before 50. She has a live hangout that she does every Tuesday, and then I'll have a spontaneous hangout whenever.
Yeah, those live chats on Tuesday, I always have something nice and planned. I've always got, a pile of stuff next to me. Oh, I'll show them this and I'll show them that. Nope, never gets there.
Right, right, yeah.
Never gets there.
Yep, I hear you. I know what you mean. It's just you never know who's going to show up and what they're going to say and what kind of topics will come up. And a lot of times it's fun. And that last one was especially fun. And
That was a riot. That was crazy.
so I can't thank you enough, Laney, for joining me here, and certainly appreciate it. And I'm going to extend the multitude of gratitude to you and to everyone else. And hope you all have a wonderful evening.